And I am here with the former director of the Silvermine Galleries in Norwalk, Vincent Baldessano, and he has a very nice showing of his artwork here in New York City. But Vincent, you're teaching now in New York City.
Yeah, I teach at the National Academy of Design, which is the oldest art school in New York City. I teach a mixed media class on Fridays there.
You still live in Connecticut, so
I live in Oxford, Connecticut,
yes.
And I also teach in Connecticut.
Yes. And so this is some of your artwork. It's very interesting. This is mixed media. Do you teach mixed media?
That's what I do, yeah.
And what is mixed media?
Well, it could be any type of painting. It could be a mixture of gouache or encaustic paint or acrylic paint, and it could have collage in it. It could have found objects. As long as you have more than two of those mediums, put it together. And basically they call it mixed media. It also could be movies, video.
People that take your class, what are they going to learn? I mean, are they just going to be, just simply a piece like this? Or what are some of the things they can bring with them out of the class?
Well, the class I teach at the National Academy, most of the people are professional in some area. They may be a professional architect from Japan, which I have. So they're bringing a lot of skills already in the arts to the class, and they just want to expand upon their own information to expand on the medium that they're used to. So, for example, if they were a printmaker, they'd like to see how they can combine prints with something else. So basically what I try to do is point them in a direction, but try to help them out in terms of finding what they want to do.
All right, I'm a journalism major, and I paint. Where do I go?
Well, a journalism major that paints, well, you're used to the written word as well as the spoken word, so you can probably combine both, a video, you can probably combine the written word, and you can probably combine paint. I mean, it can be multimedia, so you're going to have a visual film going on at the same time of the painting with other mixed media. Okay? I mean, it could be dance involved in it too. It could be light, it could be electronics, it could be anything. But the idea is to bring it together and to try to find your own personal idiom. That's what it basically is trying to find your inner self, through the media.
We are dealing with a very, crowded world here, with blogs and Twitter and everything digital and, and like newscasts and art and painting. How do you set yourself apart from all that? To shine.
Well, I don't shine, and I don't set myself apart. I don't set myself apart from it at all. You can combine what's going on today, as a lot of artists are doing. So you have to use the computer as a tool. It becomes a tool like a paintbrush. And then, again, to combine it with other things. I like the idea that you use your hands. I'm computer literate, but I like the idea that one uses their hands. It slows you down, and it gives you a chance to actually look, observe, and analyze. Where I think the computer and the internet is such, it goes by too fast. Everything's too fast. I try to slow it down. But it can be used.
I like this. What is this called?
This one is called, Oversee.
You painted this where?
I painted this one, actually when I came back from Venice, Italy. And I painted this one in Connecticut. But their images are from Italy, from a lot of the churches and so on.
What city in Connecticut did you paint this in?
It would be Oxford.
Oxford, all right.
Connecticut.
Wow.
Yes.
And this one?
This one was painted in Venice, Italy itself.
Oh, you painted this one in Venice?
Right in Venice, Italy itself. I don't know where it came out of. It just when you're in Italy anywhere, especially in Venice, Italy, there's so many influences that have to do with the church.
Right.
It's
this
all
one
around.
is mixed media. You were telling me that this lady is actually an image of an old painting that you did, that you photocopied down, made smaller, and then put into your mixed media piece.
Well, this was actually a life-size drawing of a figure, a person who modeled for me, and I photographed it, I reduced it, I scanned it, I put it in the computer, I brought it down, I repainted it, I added, a cross, a headdress, a hat, and a few other things, and it seemed to work in this. The other part of it is a lino cut, it's a linoleum cut, and that's also processed through a computer and then glued on. It's still done by hand. And these are all, this is painted in here. This is all called gouache, which is a opaque watercolor.
What was that called again? A what? An opaque what?
Opaque watercolor, gouache.
Okay.
Like squash or gouache.
About the best thing I've done is like picked up an old board and thrown gesso on it and painted.
That's the first step. Put gesso on it.
Right? I know.
Put the gesso on it. It neutralizes what's underneath. An old board, huh?
I know, right? Well,
skateboard.
All right, Vincent Baldessano, thank you so much.
Okay, you got it.
Excellent.